After losing Game 4, the Nets still need only one victory to clinch, and the doctor responds.
Coach Kevin Lockery's Nets in control. Erving trying to make his move, goes left, stops, goes up with a jumper, and it's good! And the Nets win the championship. Julius-Erving comes back to New York, his hometown, and wins a championship. He couldn't ask for anything more.
On the outside, it seemed like the best thing that could happen to a professional athlete. As it turned out, it did cause a few problems, none which stopped me from performing on the court. Some acquaintances come out of the woodwork and treat you like you were their best friend. So there was a downside to it, but the success we had with the New York Nets was something that really has been unparalleled in my whole basketball career.
After the 1974 season, Erving continues to amaze. He wins the ABA's Most Valuable Player in 1975 and in 1976, and brings the Nets into the ABA's last championship finals versus the Denver Nuggets. Once again, the doctor seems to perform miracles as the Nets take a 3-2 game lead.
The Nets lead the series 3-2, but trail by 13 in this one. Julius-Erving with the basketball. Down the left side, they double him up. Tim Bassett alone underneath. Erving finds him. Oh, my, good for two.
At one point, the Nets are down by 22, but they begin to fight back. They finally take the lead in the fourth quarter behind John Williamson's hot hand.
Erving passes to Williamson. The jumper's up and good, and the Nets win 112-106. Their second championship in 3 years.
There are some nicknames in sports that describe the athlete to perfection. The Brown Bomber, the Juice, the Doctor. I asked Julius where he got the nickname Dr.J.
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because there are a lot of different stories as to how I got the nickname Dr.J. And originally it was just a doctor, and a couple years afterwards it became Dr. J. But back in high school, I played ball all the time, almost all the time, with a friend of mine who was very argumentative, and he'd get out on the playground, and no matter what happened, right or wrong, it was supposed to be his ball. You probably played with guys like that. He can go off his leg, and he'd say, "No, you pushed me, so I got to take the ball out." And his arguments turned to lectures, at least by the time they hit my ears. So I started calling him the professor. And anytime I see him, I'd always give him a big greeting. I'd say, "Hey, professor, what's happening?" And he reciprocated one day. He said, "How you doing, doctor?" And so now the NBA gets to see the doctor. Now, Julius, when you showed up on the 76ers roster, they had All-Stars George McGinnis, Doug Collins, they had Lloyd Free, the Prince of Midair, and we've been talking a lot about freedom. Now, was this inhibiting? It was very comparable to putting together a type of team that Los Angeles had when they had Chamberlain, West, and Baylor all playing at the same time. You know, you had 3 guys capable of giving a team 30 points a game, or, you know, any one of the guys going out and getting 50 or 60 on a given night.